You are about to glow up. You are about to focus on yourself. You are about to go ghost. Matter of fact, you're probably about to disappear and do it all in silence. Hey guys, it's your girl Armani, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. If you're ready to focus on yourself, if you're ready to go absolutely ghost, if you're ready to definitely glow up in silence, then this video is for you. But let's set the record straight. It's not about cutting everything and everyone out and cutting people off, doing it abrasively. It's about really zoning in and focusing on yourself to not only reach your highest potential, but to get everything that you want and desire out of life. Nothing is going to be given to you. It's about getting rid of all of the distractions. It's about getting rid of all of the negative energy that's probably draining you. It's about creating a space that's safe for you, but it's also about thinking about ways to really elevate your life without telling the world your every move. It's really about giving yourself permission to focus on your goals, your happiness, and most importantly, your mental health. Because let's face it, it is a lot of stuff going on right now, not only personally, but it could be professionally, it could be worldly, as you can see. This is a new year, this is a new era. We're all embracing new eras in our lives, but in order to embrace it to the full capacity that we can, and with complete happiness and joy, without fret, without worry, without fear, you have to get rid of the distractions. Let's be real. You have to go ghost. You have to focus on yourself. So let's talk through a couple of steps to help you get there. Take away all of the distractions, get rid of the social media. But every once in a while, it's very important, it's good for you to take time for yourself to focus on what you want to focus on. So in that moment of silence, of just getting your mind clear, this is the time where, number one, you set clear intentions without the distractions, without all of the noise, the scrolling, all of the extra stuff that keeps you away from your goals and glowing up to the best of your ability. It's going to be the time where you could really set your clear intentions, what you want for your life, writing everything down. What do you want to do, whether it's emotionally, financially, physically, but setting a goal that's attainable, but a goal that's going to allow for you to get rid of everything else that's going to keep you from that. I remember probably 2 years ago, and I may save this and table it for another video. I went through a very big health scare where I just didn't know like what was causing it, and it was causing my stomach to flare to the point where I couldn't keep anything down. I was losing a ton of weight. And I didn't know what stress looked like or what it was for me until I looked myself in the mirror and I realized I was absolutely drained. It was literally the summer of 2022. So it was almost 3 years ago. And I was running around trying to buy a new house, moving from my old home, packing up my old stuff, transitioning to entrepreneurship, getting full entrepreneurship, getting everything in order. And I didn't realize all of that going on at the same time was absolutely draining me. And at that time, I was also thinking about a way to really change up my lifestyle, my eating habits. So it was so much on my plate that I didn't allow myself to just go ghost and glow up in silence because I was doing everything all at one time. And that whole year, it took me a year to actually heal my stomach, to actually heal and bring my cortisol levels down, to actually heal myself mentally before I could move on to the next phase. And that time that I took to be intentional about what I wanted in my life, speaking to my husband about what I wanted, not being all out on social media. One, I was too afraid because I dropped so much weight that I looked so sick. I was afraid of what people were going to say. But at that moment, I set a clear goal that anytime that I need to take time to myself, I need to go ghost, not make any announcements, just all moves, that I was going to do it. During that time, I took a whiteboard, and anyone who knows me knows that I have whiteboards everywhere in my house. The whiteboards help me see. It helps me set intentions, even if I don't even make it to make those goals, but at least let me see where my mind was moving. And I put a goal and I set a goal for myself. One of the things that's been absolutely amazing in the process is figuring out what do you want to do while you're creating that silence for yourself when you go ghost. So think about how you want to focus on your inner peace. We are in a different phase in our lives. There's a lot going on, like I mentioned, worldly, globally, that may affect us from a mental health perspective. Next, you want to cut out all of the noise. We talked about this, cutting out of the noise, like all of the chatter. Like there's used to be this saying, like you have the good cop, bad cop on your shoulder, right? This person is telling you one thing, that person is telling you another thing. But what is the central person telling you to do? Like, how are you following your gut? Cut out all of that noise. Limit the time away from spaces that may be distracting. Create a safe space for yourself. Protect your peace. This may sound like so cliche. We talk about protecting your peace, whatever that may be. But taking that time away and going ghost and doing that in silence will bring you more solace than making announcements or about your intentions to do so. So cut the noise. Also may sound cliche. I never prioritized actually taking time for myself. So self-care has become a little cliche, but it's very important because that self-care is bigger than just a spa day. That self-care is bigger than just your favorite ice cream. It's the time that you take for yourself to really take care of yourself. Take care of yourself during that stage where you have to go ghost. Don't feel like you have to show up for everybody else. It's time to show up for you. What do you like to do? Is it yoga? My thing then, and it will always be as well, is Pilates and yoga. It helps, the breathing techniques help me to battle the fight or flight. So if you're ever going through an anxious moment, or if you're ever juggling a lot of things at one time, sometimes our bodies go in what we call fight or flight, which means it's trying to survive. It's the brain trying to communicate with every different sector in your body. What people don't know, that the brain also communicates to the gut. That's why I talked about when you're fueling before you can fuel your gut, you have to fuel your brain. And a part of that, I noticed that because my brain was just all over the place, I was doing too much at one time. That's what caused my health scare, which was directly correlated with the gut issue. So at that moment, realizing I needed to slow down, take time for myself was important. And I encourage you to prioritize self-care in the glow up while you're glowing up. Don't wait till you glow up to now say, oh, it's a self-care day. No. Create self-care days or self-care moments every day. When you even take 10 minutes just to have a self-care moment, a breathing technique, some time to yourself, read 10 pages, a cool little workout, do some dancing on YouTube. Find a YouTube video where you can dance your stress or whatever is holding you down away. Make that time to prioritize self-care. Also, work in silence. Like, why we talk too much. Like, as humans, we talk entirely too much. We tell people all of our business. We tell them what we're about to do. We tell them when we're going to do it. Oh, we're going to be this, this, and that. But what about working in silence? Everybody doesn't need to know your next move, because it's when they know your next move or know your intentions, they could be your blockage. They could be trying to keep you away from that success you want to see at the end of the tunnel. You don't need that distraction. You're already it. Let the silence be the work in progress. Also, trust the process. Trust the process that the time that you've taken for yourself to focus on yourself without making any announcements is going to yield tangible rewards. Growth takes time. It's not a overnight process. You deciding to focus on yourself is a big step, because we're all so busy. We're moms, we're dads, we're sisters, we're brothers. We are each other's advocates. But it's so much power in trusting the process and understanding that Even though you might not see the results every day, for example, I can post this video right now. It can get 0 views. But the fact that I took the step to post this video was a step in the journey to tell my story. And it could be the same exact thing for you. It's a step in the right direction. You may not see tangible results right away, but eventually you will. So trust the process. Also, when you go ghost and you glow up in silence, that comeback, baby, is a beautiful thing. In that self-reflection, you also earn a greater level of respect for yourself for just doing it without having to make any announcements, without having to tell your buddy you're going to do it. But sometimes without needing someone to push you further, right? You're evolving and achieving what you set out to achieve. So that when you reemerge, when you've gone through the trial, because while you're glowing up, there's going to be a trial. There's going to be tests. There's going to be moments where you're just going to feel like giving up because you're not seeing the results right away. But when you reemerge because you've taken time to do it in silence, you're going to feel more confident. You're going to feel stronger. You're going to be ready to take over the world because you did it for self. Not for anybody else, but you did it for yourself. And that's what's powerful about doing this and doing this silent glow up. So if you learned anything from this video today, go ghost. It's okay to take time away. It's okay to shut everything off. It's okay to do it alone sometimes when you need to. It's okay. You're going to make it. Let me know in the comments. What is your first step will be in focusing on yourself? What does that look like for yourself? And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, share with someone else who may need a little bit of inspiration. And don't forget to take more better care of yourself because self-care and personal growth is what you need to glow up in silence. Until next time, take care, be great, and I will see you in my next video.